JVC, the Japan Victor Company, introduced this DR-MV150B in 2009, and it is absolutely packed with features. Imagine being able to output your VHS tapes through HDMI. Many of these combination units, like you see here, only output VHS through composite video. This one outputs it through component and HDMI. So everything that comes in comes out through that channel. Look at the different formats you can record on. DVD RAM, DVD+RW, VHS Hi-Fi. It plays DVD RAM discs, as well as dual layer or single layer DVD-Rs, and R+, R, and minus. It plays DVD video, compact discs, super video CDs, DivX discs, MP3, WMA, JPEG, and it also plays back super VHS tapes. Well, it calls it SQPB, which is quasi-playback. So essentially, it'll play a super VHS tape in VHS resolution. Of course, it plays VHS Hi-Fi and VHS. You can easily dub your memories from tape to disc. It has two built-in tuners, both analog and digital. So you can actually record on VHS tapes with over-the-air high-definition video. It has a DVD or a DV input, which connection allows you to hook your camcorder into the DVD recorder. And you can output HDMI, component, S-video, AV, coaxial, optical, and you can input through AV and DV. So, imagine being able to play everything under the sun and being able to do it in the best quality possible. The only thing I can think of that would make this machine absolutely perfect is if it recorded or played back DVHS tapes as well. Then you would have the machine that does it all. Well, let's take a look at the real thing instead of the box. And here it is, the MV150 in person. And yes, I even set the clock on it. And it didn't even flash 12. It just had some dashes in there. But this is the machine itself, and of course, you know what they say, the more of these little logos are on the outside, the more fun you're going to have, right? So over here, of course, we've got compact disc super video, which is super VCD. We've got Dolby digital recording, DTS digital output, DivX, which I haven't messed with. And this is not the DivX from Circuit City from years gone past. It's just a compression format. But let's take a look inside. And you'll see this is the DVD-ROM unit here on the left, which actually kind of lets you see the disc spinning, and we'll see that here in a little bit. So there's your power supply, and up top there is a digital processor for the HDMI output, and that takes you underneath to some circuitry underneath, and kind of go around the corner here. The VHS part of the deck is really simple. Of course, most modern VCRs were just down to almost nothing. I mean, we have one ribbon cable that's coming out of the top of the video head here, and almost no other sign of wires at all, which is quite fascinating. So there you can see your connections to your DVD-ROM drive, and that about covers the front of it here. Now I noticed that when I was testing it here before the video that sometimes the tape liked to get stuck in there, like the sensor wasn't sensing that the tape had been fully ejected, and one time it even grabbed the tape. One of the things I wanted to show you is DVD-RAM. I don't know if you guys have ever seen DVD-RAM, but this is a DVD-RAM disc. DVD-RAM also came in a flavor of a cartridge. It actually came in a caddy, and it was dual-sided, but the single-sided ones look like this. They have a very funky design to them. You can see that crazy rainbow-looking deal going on there. And I believe that this technology is what they call magneto-optical. So it's MO. So it has the ability to record and play back instantly, almost like the mini disc, which was magneto-optical as well. So a very interesting technology, similar to DVR-W. But DVD-RW, you have to erase the whole disc before you can start over again, where DVD-RAM, you can erase on the fly. So you could actually record a track and then almost immediately erase the track and record something else in its place. So that's kind of cool. Kind of works like a hard drive. The other unusual thing I have here to show you is this national tape that I got. I think I got this at a garage sale, actually. It's an E180 Super HD. I mean, look at this beautiful picture on the front. So you know it's going to produce amazingly high definition quality, and the tape is made in Japan. But of course, you know, no matter where it's from, and I believe this is a European standard, it doesn't matter what you put in a VHS machine, it's always going to output the same resolution. So it may have been super high density or something, but definitely not high definition. So what I did earlier before I started the camera is I made a couple recordings. I recorded off the air, and I recorded something on VHS, and I recorded something onto the DVD, so you can kind of get a feel for the quality of it. So let's take a look at that. So this is a live feed from the St. Louis affiliate of PBS, and I'm going to go ahead and insert the VHS tape. And we'll go ahead and start playback of that. Very exciting stuff here. So this is ABC earlier, and again, this is on VHS. And as you can see, that's pretty much what VHS is going to look like. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen very many of these VCR DVD combo units that had a built-in digital tuner. The strange thing is you can't record in high definition. You can only record in 480p or 240 or whatever VHS happens to be. And, you know, it's, I guess, better than nothing. And it makes the copyright people happy because you're not recording in the definition of which they're playing. But, again, there's tape for you. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in the DVD-R disc that I recorded. Now this was recorded at standard play, which you're looking at now. Originally it was recording at EP, and I went into the settings and changed that. And I'll show you the settings here in a moment. So on the front here, I can just switch the DVD VCR button. Gotta hit stop on this guy over here. Okay, and we're still watching a live feed here. And we're still waiting on the disc to initialize. Alright, it shows us it's a VR. And now this is the actual DVD that we recorded. And again, this is off of PBS as well. So really not too bad, the quality. I mean, it's digital to digital, so that helps. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on that and show you the menu system on this guy a little bit. So there we have the start button there under setup. Strange it has a start button. But if we click on that, it actually takes us to a different screen. So here we have our auto channel set, which I did run earlier. Channel edit, which is kind of a pain to go in and change the channels that you've already preset. There's the clock set, today's date and time. You can change the TV aspect ratio, power save mode, and you can reset it to factory if you'd like. Over here we have disc modes. As many of you know, if you record onto a DVD-R disc, you have to go in and finalize the disc before it'll play somewhere else. And so there's those settings. Here's your audio settings: Dolby Digital, DTS, MPEG, sampling frequency. Kind of see what those look like. Give you different outputs there. DRC, I'm not sure what that is, top of my head. So we have a lock system, so we can set a password, we can set a TV rating, we can set the ratings so that you know, kids can't watch objectionable material. Say that twice. Here we have disc record mode, which I've got it in XP right now. So you have 4 different modes: XP, SP, LP, EP. VCR mode, of course, you have SP and SLP, which is also known as EP. DV record audio, you can record audio 1 or 2, depending on if you have a secondary audio program, or I guess an alternate audio channel nowadays. Auto chapters, you can just say, I don't want to set a chapter at all automatically, or set a chapter mark every 5 or 10 minutes. And then your last button down here is to, of course, initialize the disk that you have, put a label on the disk, protect the disk so that you can't record over it, PBC, and I believe that is a feature for, I believe that's for video CD, and then about DivX. Let's see what that is, about DivX. Your registration code is blah, blah, blah. To learn more, visit divx.com/VOD. Interesting. So maybe they had video on demand for DivX? Very well could be. So there's a quick run through of the menu. So what does it look like inside with a tape and a disc in it? So first, on the DVD side, we'll go ahead and push the disc in. And as I told you earlier, you can actually see the disc inside the unit spinning around in there. And I don't know if I've seen a DVD-R unit that had that. Maybe it gets really hot in there and they just had to put a vent on the top, perhaps. You can actually see the laser head moving around back there on its little track. The machine has a fairly slow boot up time. Alright, so that's the DVD side. And then over here we have the VHS. And what it will do is it'll keep the tape threaded around the head even when you turn it off, which is really bizarre. So there it is in playback, playing in standard play mode. Say I wanted to go ahead and rewind the tape. So I'm going to hit stop, the screen here, and then hit rewind, which is the backward button on the remote. Stop. One thing that it will let you do, because it has such a simple mechanism in it, is I can go ahead and just hold my finger on the loading tray without there being a disc in it. Tape out there. So I don't know if you've ever tried to trick a VCR before, but you can do it. But this is what you got to do, and you got to be careful sometimes. Some of these will cut your fingers off if you're not careful. But in this one, there's only one little trigger right here that tells it that the disc is coming in. So essentially what I do is I pull this forward and then put my fingers over the sensors here. And you can watch it kind of think that it's doing something. Now watch when I lift up my finger. Remember, there's 2 sensors on there. There's a left sensor. You can see that little gear moving back and forth up there. Oh, it decided, okay, you ain't fooling me no more, buddy. Like I said, on some of these VCRs, you really got to be careful. You can get your finger cut off. Ah! Almost cut mine off. So anyway, you can kind of see the action going on in there. And I love how these newer ones are gear driven instead of with a little rubber roller. Why they ever put rubber rollers on VCRs is a mystery to us. I guess so they could get it back into the shop more often, because, you know, like tires have to be replaced. So the the unit itself is very friendly. When you turn it off, on the front there, power's off. When you turn it on, it says hello. Isn't that nice? Over here on the right, and we didn't really go over jacks, so I'll go ahead and go over those now. Here's your front inputs here, your DV in, also known as FireWire. and you have your composite video and mono left, as well as stereo left and right. So over here is how I knew that the unit was made in 2009. It was actually made in August of 2009. Do you know what you were doing in August of 2009? Here's our HDMI output, and for today's presentation, we were using HDMI output on my little Polaroid mini HD TV. There's our inputs there, and we also have our outputs, which is component. We have coaxial and optical, as we saw on the box. We have S-video, and we have standard left and right audio output. So that's quite a combination there. You don't usually even see S-video on modern video equipment anymore, and for this one to have it, as well as having HDMI and component, is quite the package of jacks there. Over here we have our in from antenna and our out to the TV via coax. And for the channels that we saw on the TV, it was actually using my over-the-air antenna that I have installed on my roof, and it's a clear stream high definition antenna, and you can see more about those on my channel as well. The Clear Stream 2. Well, I hope you enjoyed this exciting demonstration of this product that just kind of converges old technology with new technology. All of us, well, most of us who watch this video know how old VHS is, and here it was mated with DVD as well as high definition over-the-air recording. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to my channel. I have lots of VCRs on my channel. As I find them, I make videos about them. And you can leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.